God dang it, 2016! You really, really, really were all about doing the opposite of what we'd expect. But I would never have thought that you would be the one to actually make Chris Pratt's character not be charismatic and in fact be the opposite of charismatic. He'd be terrible. As you all know, Chris Pratt was an up-and-coming rising star who started his rise to fame in 2014. And he was a pretty good guy. I mean, Lego Movie, Guardians of the Galaxy, Jurassic World, he was on top of the world. He'd even had a good build up to that. Like, for
There's
instance,
even a
that
rumor.
one, infamous scene where I forget what the Shore movie was, but basically he had to show up, well, naked, in front of a woman to get a reaction. Now, of course, they usually have the stuff to cover the naughty bits, but just for the heck of it, when they were doing so many takes, he actually took off the whatever they use to cover it when they do a nude scene, and well, there you go, the actual reaction. He
There's
got
even a
an
rumor.
extra for it, but it was the take
Even a
that
rumor.
went.
Go on, Pedro.
No, there's even a rumor that he's apparently going to be Harrison Ford's successor in Indiana Jones 5.
That would actually be awesome.
And earlier in 2016, Chris Pratt had a decent role in the 2016 remake of Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
And then in December 2016, he starred in Passengers.
Yeah, alright, folks. We've been talking a lot about Chris Pratt, his rise to fame in his past, because
and Jennifer Lawrence is in this movie too.
We're trying to stave off the inevitable. We're looking at Passengers, which, I think may be Chris Pratt's first ever diabolical film.
It was directed by Morton Tildum. If you don't know who Morton Tildum is, well, I don't really know either. His most famous film was The Imitation Game, starring Benedict Cumberbatch in 2014.
Which is not that bad, for the record.
However,
and it was written by and it had a 9-year-old script. It was it's another one of them blacklist scripts like Pan.
Oh boy.
That was written by John Spates back in 2007.
Oh.
And if there was any justice in the world, it would stay in the box, but...
It's written by a writer, Prometheus, the same movie that said that we're actually all alien spawn.
Well, to be fair, he co-wrote that movie, plus he co-wrote Doctor Strange.
And
anyway...
of course, this is a Sony production.
Yeah, we're going to...
Yeah, we're going to start on the Sony logo when we say click.
Alright, go ahead.
Yep.
Yes.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, click. Okay, I assume that this isn't the case for all black box films, but I've noticed a trend that almost every single film we've commentated on that, came from the black box seems to have been an idea that the original writer thought was stupid and put away, but someone else just dug it back up.
I mean, yeah.
In this case, there were at several stages there were different stars attached to this film, one of which being Keanu Reeves.
Okay, look. I'll give Pan credit, though. That movie screams potential, and again, if it weren't a film about Peter Pan, that film would have been received a lot better. This, on the other hand, from what I've heard, is something that you put away because you're ashamed of it. Oh, hi, Roadshow. Haven't seen you since The Village.
I don't remember there being all that much marketing. I mean, there was some, but not a whole lot of it.
Dang it, Roadshow, those people.
And original film. Hilarious.
Hey Pedro.
Also, one past minute of fucking logos. Jeez.
Hey Pedro, remember Roadshow?
Is this really becoming the new trend? Like having logos after logos?
We begin
in the spaceship from 2001.
Yeah, we begin on this.
In space!
Well, guys, better be careful. This is a Roadshow film. They may actually try and copyright strike us again for talking bad about one of their movies.
The Starship Avalon. Destination...
Star Trek.
The Colony World of Homestead 2.
Star Trek, you're not even trying movie.
Actually, considering the concept and everything, it reminds me more of Lost in Space.
Well, you know what I mean, though. The way that the format is going, the way it literally opens. I mean, heck, even Starship Avalon doesn't sound too different from Starship Enterprise.
Status Autopilot.
But hey, maybe I'm just reading too deep into this.
Alright, another thing I'm going to be completely honest about. The production design in this film is just generic spaceship.
Oh, so they're really gonna go for the Star Trek.
5,000.
Okay, maybe it's not gonna be a Star Trek ripoff. Dwibs, is it?
So they hope to colonize a new, human colony with 5,000 folks.
Yeah, sorry, plot.
Right,
Xenoblade Chronicles X already beat you to that.
Not just that. I mean, honestly, for a human space colony, that's not too much people for starting your.
So
they're
getting hit by little meteors, but they have a shield.
So let me guess.
Shield.
Is this a bout of Earth apocalypse and only a few survivors made it out, or are these literally just people trying to colonize it because space program?
One you just said.
Oh, well, that makes no sense. Then shouldn't there be more of people then?
Collision alert.
Well, shit.
Oh no.
And
okay.
So
about survived,
let me get this straight. They put a ship on autopilot, and no one is around to ever
What are
monitor
those
this
glasses
stuff.
even for?
Well, Joe, maybe they have an HAL 9000 equivalent taking care of things.
Well,
Well,
Joe, the
a
thing
bang-up
is,
job that thing did since it just smashed into a meteor.
Well, the thing is, Joe, that in a few minutes we're going to find out that it's going to take them 100 years to get to their destination.
So, Dwibs, remind me again, why is this trip even a thing? What are they looking for?
They just want to colonize a new world. It's basically this one's like this. It's just interstellar travel.
To boldly go where no one has gone before.
Yeah, Star Trek.
Sort of. And now we introduce this film is pretty much a glorified two people show. And here's one of them, Chris Pratt, who plays a character named James Preston.
Wait, what? Did that injection made him skinnier?
Oh, look, he's from Denver.
He's releasing me from hibernation, I guess.
So he's from Denver, Colorado.
Weird.
That's nice
to
know,
like
I guess.
maybe I was saying it wrong, but it looked like his arm suddenly became twice as thin. Weird. Maybe I'm seeing things. Whatever.
Oh, Jim.
Oh,
then.
God.
Okay.
Cortana, tell me a joke.
His name is James. They're on a space.
Roll credits.
Dwibs. His name is James. They're on a space program.
Why those?
This movie's not making it easy, you know.
Again, the company is called Original Film.
But you know, wait for the next 4 months. Hey, wait a minute.
People laugh.
Wait a minute, this is the plot of WALL-E.
Kinda.
Yeah.
So let's see, WALL-E, Star Trek. Well, I mean, I guess the script was
We
tech.
even have the cleaning drones on the ground.
You know, let's see, 9 years ago, that was 2008. I think I'm starting to see why the script may have been put away for a bit. Because, you know, they kind of thought, guys, maybe this is a bit too derivative.
Homestead 2, or creative name?
Well, I guess it's still more creative than the planets were named of a new system that NASA discovered recently.
And I suppose it's more creative than the names they gave places in the remake of Total Recall.
Oh,
I don't know about you
that's
guys,
right.
but I love to
there
go
was a
to
reboot.
bar.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was a reboot of Total Recall. I almost forgot about that. All in favor of handling the reboot before the original to save the better for last?
So I'm guessing we're eventually going to find out why he suddenly woke up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Of course, nude shot, because...
Wait. Did David Cage suddenly take over?
Yes.
Wow,
The emotions of Chris Pratt.
Oh my god, he's just like...
Jurassic World.
Wow. You know, wouldn't it be nice to see this guy's reaction to, you know, having been asleep all these years? No, just cool jacket. Okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
he
but,
sounds very. He's not at all weirded out by the fact. Well, I was supposed to be asleep, and now I'm suddenly awake for some reason, and I'm not at all concerned about this.
Yeah, I mean, where's everyone else? Roll credits.
Lucy Lou?
No. It's someone.
Someone.
I don't know.
Oh my god, you're not even
No
trying! They're really doing this old plot again about how Earth has become too polluted or too overpopulated and whatnot.
It's like the 90s all over again.
Pretty sure that's not what the intro said.
Well, they forgot to add the crew members bit. Okay, now he realizes.
I wonder if
Took
there
you
was
a while, didn't you?
Huh.
I guess the hibernation left his brain a bit frozen.
I'm sorry, did somebody like mix up the scenes in the script or something? This feels like what should have been happening first.
Yeah.
Hello, British narrator.
Wee.
That's practical, I guess.
Well, hey, this is the first time apparently that the director had a big budget to work with. So
Of course, because if there's anything we need, it's a ship where you have to go into outer space on an outer space elevator just to get to certain points. Brilliant. It's not like we could, have everything just built inside.
And here we
Okay.
are in future McShoppingville.
It really says something when even the original Star Wars show had a more practical design for their spaceship than you in 2016.
That's sad.
Why do I get the feeling this is Chris Pratt's kind of actual reaction? Like, why do I imagine that the whole...
Everyone left him on the set and he just didn't know where everyone went.
Yeah, he's like, Morton, where are you?
Oh, wow, ain't that cute? It has emojis on the screen.
Ugh.
The symbol even looks similar to the one from Wall-E.
Yeah, but there's a slight problem with that.
Autopilot?
Now everyone's in, all the crew are in cryo sleep.
Why?
In order to
And he needs
to steal
special
the
access
key
to
for
get
the
in.
final.
Okay, I get that, but no one ever thought to, maybe have specially designed ones for the crew so that, they'd be the ones to first wake up?
Or have like robotic crew or something. I mean, hell, we're going to meet a cyborg character later on in the film, so...
And there have been
Dweebs,
cleaning
would
drones.
you really have a HAL 9000 situation?
Well, it's
No.
better than nothing. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jova. I'm afraid I cannot do that.
Hey, look, guys, it's the map of Treasure Planet.
Hey, look, Teo, you know what this is?
It's the Treasure Planet
what?
sequel we always wanted.
Not just that, but you know what this reminds me of, Teo?
What?
That moment in Dirge of Cerberus where they're all watching the awe of the universe.
Yeah, the history of Omega Weapon, right?
All right.
Why do I get the feeling this is going to be even stupider?
Yeah,
Well,
it's going to
see.
take him 90 years.
Okay, so
Ooh.
we're 11 minutes in, and so far it's nothing but pure exposition. I guess we need to explain all of this, but it's taking quite a while.
So wait, he apparently woke up too early is the dilemma?
Yeah. Something in the ship went wrong, and now he's woken up too early. But the ship is claiming, nothing's wrong at all.
Maybe they are gonna have a HAL 9000 situation. Please be... Little did he know that they're actually using Skype technology, therefore no one ever answered. What?
Yeah,
They just said earlier, yeah.
the exposition map said it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big malfunction.
I guess the meteor shower was responsible for it.
So he's pretty much boned if he can't go back to sleep or they
Right,
do
he
something.
sent a message.
Oh God.
Really? You know,
Oh God.
no one ever really thought about this sort of
We
stuff.
apologise for the delay.
So let me get this straight. There was a problem with the machine, even though the machine says everything's fine, and now no one knows how to fix it. And
Hey
apparently
guys, it's
nobody
Michael Sheen.
What?
and nobody realized this when they built the machine. Is that? Am I getting this right? Because this exposition is really confusing.
And now we've got Cyborg Michael Sheen.
Hello.
Michael
Sheen
Sheen?
reference.
Bibbs, am I getting things right?
It's been a while since I've seen this film. And, yeah.
Okay, fine. Joe, but from what you've heard, am I getting this right?
Yes, it's that stupid.
And like in Twilight, Michael Sheen is probably the best thing in the film.
It's not even the
Please.
stupidity. It's not even the stupidity that's getting me. What's really getting me is how the exposition is so confusing. It's actually confusing me more rather than before.
Dwibs?
Yeah, Arthur.
Well, I guess the director is a huge Stanley Kubrick fan.
Yeah, I was about to say, Dwibs, please tell me this is the part where he goes all shining and at least goes insane.
No, that might be fun, Joe, but we can't have
What he
that.
does, Sheen does. The closest he gets to that is he starts to malfunction.
Ah.
Yeah. Now they're saying,
Well, I will give it this. As a bar scene, this is pretty awesome seeing Chris Pratt and Michael Sheen in the same room. Well, the answer, my dear boy, is money. Plenty
Oh
of
no,
money
logic
put into our
bomb.
checkbooks by the makers
So-
of the film.
So basically, the machine just malfunctioned for no apparent reason. That's only going to be explained later.
So, let me get this straight. The ship that was programmed to, not really have anyone wake up, now is having all the greetings. Like, wouldn't that waste battery power or something?
I don't
Okay,
even know
now
how
it's time
this
to get dinner.
works. Is there like nuclear power?
What?
That's cheapskate.
Gold Pass passengers? What the? So, wait, people actually pay to go on these passage trips?
Yeah, his occupation, he actually works on the ship as an engineer.
Oh, and yet he doesn't get something like gold membership.
Nope.
Nothing in this world
Okay.
makes
Now
sense
he's
so
trying to
far.
find a way to go back into hibernation.
Wait, hold on, wait, he's an engineer?
Yeah.
Then shouldn't this be
Seems like
child's
it, yeah.
play for him to figure out since, engineers are kind of
Well,
involved?
maybe he's not specialized in that.
So basically, we're going to have a lot of Chris Pratt trying to figure out what the fuck went wrong.
Well, and Jennifer Lawrence too.
Well, obviously it's not going to work. Otherwise, the movie will be over right here.
Yeah. Oh, and now he's stuck.
Whoopsie.
Ow.
Okay. If the movie were all about him just having to deal with this, constantly trying and failing,
Okay,
This
that
could
plan didn't work.
actually make
Let's
for a-
try and...
okay, I'll admit there's potential for a comedy in here and Chris Pratt banging his head trying to get this thing to work and him just growing old from it and then finally getting to work in the end.
Buddy, no, that's not gonna work.
I
Come
just
on.
thought up a better plot than what this movie's gonna do, didn't I, Dwayne?
I don't honestly, Joe. I don't think the filmmakers are clever enough to come up with something like that.
Like, seriously, there's actually potential for a comedy here, and yet... Well, okay, let's see what they do, but... I got a bad
Wow.
feeling. Okay, so seriously, he's an engineer who can practically tear apart their ship, yet he can't get the thing to work.
Well, while nothing's going on, allow me to see if I get this right. So we have 9 years until this journey officially finishes.
90.
Oh, 90 years. Okay. Which means, of course, that Chris Pratt was not going to be able to survive unless he goes back to the cryogenic thingy.
Oh no, these are the doors from Quantum Break.
Oh god. Hey, yeah, I was the silver lining in Twilight.
You've been waiting for how long to throw that zinger at me, Martin?
Oh my god, he really is pretty much the equivalent of Michael Sheen in Twilight. I mean, yeah, he's Michael Sheen, but he's got similar mannerisms, cracking jokes, the most upbeat person in the room.
Again, Jova, this is Michael Sheen. Like I said, the greatest person that was ever born.
It's like, seriously, he's one of the few actors I've ever seen to pretty much not give a heck about whatever's going on.
No.
And
That's what
somehow
I love
be
about Michael
acclaimed
Sheen.
for it.
Yeah, the great thing that I love about Michael Sheen, again, when he's in a good movie, he'll do great, like he did. And when he is in a bad movie like Twilight or this one, he manages to somehow pull something out of it whenever he's on screen.
So he can get into this room, but not in the crew room.
Well, that was very tightly sealed.
Let's just say when it comes to a one-man show, 127 hours did this better.
Leonard's conversation,
are we
really?
sure this isn't going to be a comedy? Because that's a track you pretty much only hear for comedy. Oh, and we're doing a montage, too.
We're gonna need a montage.
Are you gonna talk to us? Oh no, dude, we spoke in Japanese. And
Now
I
we get
watched the
holographic Just
Wait,
Dance.
Just Dance? Ubisoft!
So Ubisoft decided they might as well promote something with this shit.
I'm not. Why am I not surprised? But okay, look, not to nitpick too much, but for something that was supposed to be only a 4-month trip, isn't this a bit extravagant?
Well, again, he wasn't
Wait,
supposed to
wait.
wake up yet. This is like 90 years.
No,
Wait, a 4-month trip.
What Jova means is that what the computer chip told me before, the fact that the people would have to wake up only with 4 months before they arrived on the colony.
Yeah, and
okay.
And seriously, I mean, I go, okay. With how expensive all this is looking, like seriously, all the visuals and everything, this seems like more for, I don't know, a voyage of sorts as opposed to a 4-month trip.
Yeah, this stuff was supposed to happen until like 4 months before they arrived, and yeah, now the monotony of it all starting to set in for poor Chris.
What a shock. Hi, black guy.
It doesn't even break.
You finally snapped.
Well, you can tell he snapped because he hasn't shaved. That's how we show craziness, apparently.
Which begs the question: does cryogenically frozen means your hair and beard does not grow?
Apparently.
The
Oh
future
my
is
god,
out.
guys! It's the leftover suits from Fan 4 Stick.
Oh no.
This is where you can suit up and do your moonwalk, or spaceship walks in this case.
Wow, you know, this ship seems to have a real fascination with VR and video game stuff as opposed to, I don't know, more essentials. Chris, what are you doing?
But Jova, he's lonely.
But it looked like he was dancing with that suit for a bit. Oh.
Well, yeah, Jova, that's the idea.
So, wait, is he about to jet himself off into space or something?
Oh, nice.
Wow, this ship can literally do everything except, oh, I don't know, allow someone to reset their pod.
How convenient.
Like, okay, seriously, there's only so much suspension of disbelief I can give. I mean, seriously, this ship can do practically everything except reset the cryogenic process.
And we're only 22 minutes in.
The future.
Huh. Okay, this shot actually looks like it could be cool for an IMAX scene.
Yeah, I think this film, I think it did get an IMAX release. I'm not sure. I didn't see it. When I went to the cinema, I didn't see it in IMAX because none of my local cinemas have that.
Nowadays, often space films are bound to be in IMAX. Like,
I can touch the stars.
yes, indeed, James Kirk. I mean, James Preston.
Don't you mean Jim?
Really? Seriously? I mean, look. It's like they want people to mistake this for Star Trek.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you know, actually, maybe the film might actually have something going here, you know? I mean, showing how he's responding to being alone for so long. Maybe they could make something work out of this. Him coming to terms with it, and that's not what the movie's going to be about, is it, Dwibs?
Well, it tries to be about that, but it goes about it completely the wrong way.
Wow. So even when they have potential here with that scene, they're somehow going to find a way to botch that up too?
Let's find out.
Alright, yeah, let's see.
Okay, and yeah, he's so depressed he's just going to throw himself out the airlock.
Of course.
But can he go through with it?
Oh,
Huh.
the irony.
You think they'd have better security measures, don't you think?
Yeah. So basically, who the hell even designed this ship? Seriously.
From
Production designer?
So what is he scared about now?
I guess he had second thoughts about actually going through with it.
Okay, so he's just going to be rotting on this ship for all eternity.
Poor Chris.
Is there nothing in the ship that he can use to off himself?
Wait a minute. And now this is becoming like I Am Legend now that I think about it. Well, I mean, okay, admittedly the guy had a
And now
dog,
he's...
but...
But guys, look. He's found someone attractive.
Really? You're telling me that all these years, for all the pods he's went by, he hasn't seen any single attractive person?
Well, it's been a year, I think.
Even still, you're telling me that he's walked by these pods all this day and not...
Aurora Lane, played by Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, wait, let me guess. It's an old crush of his.
Okay. Here's something that's odd. In the trailer, it showed these two waking up at the same time, but that's not what it was at all in this film.
So wait, does he have an old crush on her?
No, he's only just met her.
So again, all this time he's passed by this pods, and this is the one person that catches his eye. Does the movie ever explain this? Well, okay.
Well, it doesn't explain the pressing question I've seen some people ask of this film.
And that is?
You'll find out in a bit. I'll explain it. I'll explain it later.
Okay, Chris, this is getting a bit creepy. Okay, we get it. Please don't go where I think you're going.
Bless Chris Pratt, he's trying, but...
He really is. I get the feeling this is where the movie starts to go downhill. I mean,
honestly, I find it was bad from the beginning.
Honestly, the premise the premise just raises so many questions.
Okay.
Alone.
Okay. Let me reiterate. This is where the film starts to go down trench. I mean, yeah, it was already going downhill, but it at least did have the few sparks of potential.
All right. Okay. Now, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pratt's gonna Pratt's gonna see Pratt's gonna question to himself whether it's morally right to awaken someone from cryosleep, knowing full well they can't go back.
Hey, yeah, why don't you make a movie about that instead of Where I Think You're Going to Go movie?
So basically, he randomly found Jennifer Lawrence's character in that pod, and now he wants to wake her up just because she's hot.
Again, like I said...
And because he's so lonely and wants company.
Again, like I said, what about her is different from all the other people? I mean, okay, I get it. Like, well, the way we humans act is unpredictable at times. But you're telling me that he didn't get desperate enough to, maybe unpod any person just for the sake of company? Like, seriously, unless this movie tells me enough about this character, I can only assume the basic human structure. I have, however, been giggling at the thought of a little girl. Don't ask.
Let's see.
So, oh my god, maybe this is how he does it, Pedro. Michael Sheen is truly a robot who adapts perfectly to every situation.
Yeah.
Okay. To be fair, the film's not so tone deaf as to the point where they treat it as this is an absolutely good thing.
So, here's a question. Why don't you just wake up all the crew and staff? Maybe they might know how to fix this
Not
problem.
just that.
Jova, you've just figured out the question I was going to say to you.
Actually, no, we're trapped inside that room that he couldn't open.
Hold on, which question again?
Jova just figured out the question. Okay, he can't wake up the crew in that little bit. Okay, but I'm sure there's plenty of other engineers or other kind of ship experts on the ship that aren't behind that crew door.
True.
Just wake them up. See if you can figure something out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not only that, but we've seen that he is able to eventually break open these doors, so why don't we see more scenes of him trying to get to the crew and staff? I mean...
The whole plot feels so contrived and unnatural.
Like, seriously.
Like, this would never happen in anything even resembling the real universe.
Yeah, and ignoring that. Okay, so he's worried about making her lonely. Well, here's an idea, dude. Why don't you unpod more than one person until... That goes back to my whole crew staff thing. Yeah, seriously. If you're worried about her being lonely, why don't you make this a group?
Oh yes, he has no razor, so he has to cut his beard. That's gonna take a while. This is gonna take a while.
Wait. So let me get this straight. On a ship with all this advanced technology, there's not a razor function?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh well.
Wow.
Wait. What? Now, excuse me, it's impossible to get your beard down to that point without a razor. A scissor can only do so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new trope, Hollywood cut.
What? Really? Okay, Dribs.
Guys,
Are you sure this wasn't directed by women?
Oh my guys.
No, Morton Tildum is a guy.
Guys, did you notice that? On the pod,
what?
There was the old PlayStation Sony triangle thing.
Well, to be fair, Joe, the triangle things are common in these.
And also, this is a Sony
one.
picture movie, so yeah.
I know, it's just, typical Sony product placement.
Can someone please teach me how the hell do you get your beard down that way with just a scissor? Because I would like to know. That would be
Me too. Oh, thank you.
So, wait.
You moron! Can't you just find someone who's an engineer around here?
Hey, wait a minute.
Why her? Why all this just because? All this just because he has to? He cannot just spend the rest of his life just jacking off. He needs someone to put his dick in.
Hey, wait a minute. If he's smart enough that he can, stop the pod process, how is he not smart enough to actually get his to work again?
I have no idea.
Hello? I mean, seriously, that's kind of basic knowledge.
The secret word of the secret word of the day is, children, is contrived.
Wow.
Oh, okay. We're doing this again, really? Can we just skip this? We've already
There you go. Wow, the film did it for us.
So now he's gonna try and hide the fact that he's the one who awoke her, isn't he?
Yep.
And she's gonna find out because liar reveal trope. Oh, no.
Of course,
Yeah,
we need
pretty
to have
much.
that. Jeez.
Funnily
Hollywood,
enough,
I thought you learned your lesson about this.
funny enough, Trevor, in the original script, okay, the reveal of this takes place around.
I get it. I'm calling it right now. There was a third party who woke up Chris Pratt. I'm calling it.
Okay, I was going to say to Jova, apparently the bit where Lawrence finds out about Pratt waking her up was apparently supposed to be much later in the film than it originally was, but honestly, I don't think that makes much of a difference.
Oh, well, if anything, I'm glad that they got it over with sooner.
Well, we're commenting on what it is, not what it was supposed to be.
That too.
Too late now.
So yeah, remember guys, the trailers made it as if these two were woken up at the same time under the same circumstances.
It's like the marketing team, it's like the marketing department realized how much of a fucking dipshit Chris Pratt's character is, and they decided to intentionally make it look different just to make the movie look more appealing.
Just like what Warner Brothers did with that Will Smith movie recently.
Which one?
Collateral Beauty.
What?
Collateral Beauty.
Huh. What's that about?
You don't want to know.
Okay, seriously, now she's acting all docile about the whole thing?
Well, to be fair...
Are there just sedatives, in the wake-up thing?
I guess, maybe. I wish the movie would explain that, though.
So Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence are the new Adam and Eve and must restock on the human population.
But there's no need. The human population is right there. All of them hibernating in the chamber thingy.
Just wake up all your other engineers. Put your
Okay. Hold on. So big plot twist is not the fact that Chris Pratt woke her up, because we already know that. So there's going to be another big reveal later on, aside from the whole liar reveal thing, right?
I will say though,
No.
it is kind of.
Wait, no. Wait, but wait. Well, in that case, how is there another plot twist if we already know who woke her up? Oh wait. You mean the reveal of what woke Chris up? Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm calling it. There's a third person somewhere in here. It's the only thing that makes sense.
You're probably giving the movie too much credit, Pedro.
Okay, never mind. In that case, the computer was feeling random and decided, hey, what if I woke up this guy?
It doesn't matter. You're the one who woke her up, you prick.
Dwebs, remember, we're going for the Lyle reveal, so not yet.
Size doesn't matter.
I'm just gonna say right now, I kind of find it suspicious that the crew are behind an extremely thick layered wall.
Oh my god! You just made it imagine. What if Jennifer Lawrence was stuck in here with the Beast? Now that would be a trust of true love, right?
Oh god, yes.
The Beast has to win popularity.
Pedro broke.
Well, Dwib, we found another piece of media that broke Pedro. Had that to the listeners
You know what the sad part is? That would make for an emergency movie.
Yes, it
Thank
would.
you, Walton Tilden.
Was this nominated for any awards?
Yes,
Score. Original score.
Best score and best production design, but both of which I disagree with.
Well, the production design from what I've seen so far, it seems fine.
Yeah,
It's-
the
it's
production
just-
design is
the problem
quite
is
possibly
just-
the
it's
best
just-
thing about this movie, sadly. Well,
The problem
aside
is
from the
it's
actors.
just- It's generic spaceship, and the score is generic sci-fi. Which
Yeah. There's nothing. What was the one who won production design?
Who won best production design? Let me check. But yeah, it's sad. The score is so bland, and it's from Thomas Newman of all people.
Yeah, I mean,
It's sad because I love Thomas Newman.
La La Land won, by the way.
Well, he did make a really good score for Finding Dory, so there's that.
I mean, seriously. So far we have presented to us a top-notch cast, and they are trying their best. But I'm sorry, even the best of actors can only be as good as the movie allows them to be.
Congratulations.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still wishing it was the Beast in Chris Pratt's place. That would make this for a much more interesting movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pratt's trying to get Sheenbot to not tell anything.
Well, that should be easy.
Oh,
Whoa!
apparently, yeah. And apparently, Tildum, the director Morton Tildum, he really wanted to do this film. So he wanted to do a film about
Alright.
stalking, Stockholm syndrome.
We
and
already
just
have
generic
one.
sci-fi.
It's called Beauty and the Beast.
So I'm guessing. Oh, come on, too. Come on.
I mean that in an ironic way. Don't worry.
Well, the thing is, Dwebs.
Hey guys, look, emojis!
By the way, Dwebs,
What?
that shot we had of Jennifer Lawrence waking up all scared. Was she like? Does that have something to do with anything, or is she just like maybe hoping it was a dream or something?
What was that? Sorry.
Whatever. I'll figure it out later.
And yes, Jennifer Lawrence gets the better food.
Because she's
Of
one
course.
those
Is this a meta thing? Because apparently Lawrence got paid more than Chris Pratt, plus she got 30% of the film's profit after it broke even.
Well, head
Huh.
canon dreams at this point, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's cute.
Stop it! This plot is way too contrived, Chris. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry. Hey, if you could survive Hunger Games.
Oh, come on,
Well, Hunger Games was actually good.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, sorry, Jova.
Yeah,
Not even counting the elephant in the room about it.
Yeah, I gotta admit. Sorry, that's just my sister talking for me. Even I don't really like that film.
All right, the consensus on Rotten Tomatoes. The film has a 31% rating with 218 reviews.
Yikes.
The consensus is Passengers proves Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence work well together, and that even their chemistry isn't enough to overcome a fatally flawed story.
Oh.
Oh God, I hate that. That pod there really pisses me off.
Oh boy. It's all in the manual.
Jesus.
It's Jenny.
Actually, yeah, that would actually be another neat plot. Having Jennifer Lawrence go all shining.
Again, the director clearly is a fan of Kubrick because this is the second Shining reference that I'm seeing.
Oh my god, that would be a totally cool plot. Like, Chris Pratt has to deal with the consequences of unfreezing her because then she goes mad and starts trying to kill him or something. That's supposed to be foreshadowing, I'm guessing.
Wow, Jervy, you must be a wizard.
Yeah, the wizard Jova.
Also, I gotta say, this is a very impractically designed ship.
Don't you see, Jova? It's the future.
Oh, she's even reporting in a log.
Well,
Okay.
well, jogging, really?
Okay, I'm curious. Does John Spates have an original bone in his body?
I don't think so. No.
Like, seriously, all we need now is just for her to try and pull off a Sarah Connor one-liner.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I don't have a problem with a derivative story, and that as long as it's well told. The big problem with this is not so much its derivative.
Ooh.
Fan service.
Well,
Is Prometheus this boring?
Yes.
I wish being boring was Prometheus's worst problem. When it's not being downright disgusting.
Well, honestly, Joe, but this is starting to remind me a lot of Prometheus. Look, it's blatantly stupid. The characters behave unnatural, and there's even fan service, just like in Prometheus. So yeah.
At this point, probably something would have happened in Prometheus.
And yes, to be fair, Prometheus was rewritten by someone else, but I'm guessing that Prometheus would have been stupid with or without the rewrite.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Not
and it really
just
doesn't help
that.
that this shares a lot of traits with
and Jova.
Prometheus.
And Java both have an android.
Yeah, I'm guessing that Prometheus didn't get rewritten that much, because seriously, this seems like it has the same fingerprints all over it. Oh, wait, are we gonna get some backstory finally?
Except you won't be able to survive up until that point, bitch.
Nope.
A whole new world.
Sorry, Jova is not clearly a charming and interesting story.
Why is it that all of a sudden I could see these guys being Aladdin and Jasmine if they weren't Caucasian?
Except Aladdin's not a douche.
Chris Pratt as Aladdin.
Well, you know what I mean. Chris Pratt and Jennifer
Well,
Lawrence,
that could
not
work,
their
actually.
characters. I didn't mean their characters, I just meant...
Guys, okay, this may be the only time I can say this, so I'll say it now. Chris Pratt is a Pratt in this movie.
No, they're not going to do
It's
that,
not-
are they?
Well,
How
come on.
bold of you,
Well,
loser.
that joke was practically begging to be made. So go ahead.
So I made it.
And this is so far the only one movie where you can actually make that joke. It's sad.
Thank God he was in Magnificent Seven.
Oh,
Yeah, even in
nice.
that movie, which, I mean, it wasn't spectacular, but it was solid enough.
And that was also partly from Colombia.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm not giving a single shit.
Technobabble.
All right, while this is going on,
Yes.
there's a character coming up. I won't reveal who he is just yet, but there is another famous actor who's in this movie for like a 3 seconds.
Really?
Morgan Freeman. I mean, it's Space
Andy
Theme, so-
Garcia.
Who?
Andy Garcia. He's apparently in this.
Oh.
Yeah, I've heard.
Wait,
I've
was
heard
that
he's in this
Sigourney
movie.
Weaver?
Apparently he's in the movie
No,
near
but
the end, but it's
she's,
only for like 3
not to
seconds.
offend the real actress, but that the girl is too young to be her.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to make an aliens joke there.
Well, Prometheus was co-written by this guy, so. Guys, isn't it so romantic? Stalker
okay.
Pratt.
Okay, so they're building up to the reveal. Oh, we didn't even get to see who they were looking at. Huh. You're really doing this just for bragging rights.
Probably.
Amazing.
You rich bitch. I mean, seriously. That's why you went on this voyage. To just go, look at me! I went
I'm
to
a
Homestead
special
2 and
snowflake.
back. Wow, you gave up quickly. I can't imagine anything a man and a woman would want to do to pass the...
Just the answer.
There you
Oh,
go,
boy.
Teo. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hashtag thanks, Teo.
You know, considering this is a video game and it's a Sony movie, I'm surprised they didn't try and advertise the PlayStation
It's a-
6400.
Well, they don't have at the moment a franchise rolling around this.
It would be cool if they had the Yokai Watch edition of Just Dance, so we could so we could
Yes,
have
no, make the yokai dance.
Yokai, do it again and again.
Oh, get it, guys? She was Aurora. She was sleeping. She was a sleeping beauty.
Oh.
Fantasy drama.
Wow, this movie really made that joke. Those dance moves look
Also, Chris
stupid.
Pratt is dancing in a movie.
Ding.
I don't get it.
Well, he did. Well, didn't he do it in Guardians of the Galaxy as well?
That's my point. I mean,
Oh
he seems to
God,
be
he's right. So okay, so we've got a reference to Jurassic World, Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh,
Okay,
Michael
now
Sheen.
that's actually funny.
Can we have a movie about Michael Sheen, please?
Like seriously. Look, if this were a movie about just these three chillaxing, despite the fact that, you know, those two are gonna die, this would again probably be a better movie.
Not just that, like,
Seriously, I'll be quite honest, when this movie's just, you know, being all daily slice of life and funny, it's actually, well, if I squint real hard, it's actually entertaining.
that's a lot of masculine.
Yeah.
What's he building?
A
In
building.
fact, that's pretty much it. Considering the clearly Kubrickian-inspired production design and some of the stuff that maybe I can squint really hard and do a lot of coke and maybe pretend that I'm watching
the
2001.
Empire State Building. Okay.
So basically, Pedro, this is what would happen if a Stanley Kubrick movie went wrong.
Actually, yeah, I mean, seriously, I mean, I go the way the pace is going, the way it seems more slice of life and actual dramatic plot going in the background, although I get the feeling there actually is a dramatic plot going in the background, which is going to ruin this even
Oh,
further.
goody. You know, you know what this reminds me of?
Marco.
That Bond scene where Roger Moore finds a Chinese girl swimming in a pool. And what name? Chew me. Get it? Chew me.
How adorable. Chris
Still
Pratt is stalking
still
me.
a better movie than this.
Truly.
I love how she finds it adorable that he's watching
What
her
the-
while she swims.
Oh, he installed a camera on a robot.
Oh my god.
What is it, Wiz? Are we almost at the big reveal?
Well, we're
Yeah.
almost halfway through the movie. Something has to happen.
I don't know.
Did
Theo,
it?
after last season is a thing, so they've already gotten proof that it is possible for a movie where literally nothing happens.
You're on a fucking spaceship in the future. You're acting in the middle of nowhere. Have something happen. For God's sake.
Like,
How can,
What's a
how can
Sony
you-
hologram
how can you-
device?
How can you make nothing out of this concept? It's criminal.
I know,
You know,
right?
Hey Jover, I get the feeling Sony made this movie. 'cause
Oh,
all the
guys,
Sony stuff
guys, it all makes sense now. This ship was designed by Sony.
Makes sense, yeah.
The high-tech but impractical design, it's clearly them. You know, him dressed up like that so makes me want to see Chris Pratt actually show up at E3 to present something.
Well,
And the
we
fact
got
that
Mourinho last year, so anything's possible.
Yep. And hey, the fact that they're in a Sony ship, yeah.
Well,
What?
actually, to be fair, well, I'm not. The ship wasn't actually made by Sony. It was just them weird screen.
Well,
things.
you know what, I'm going off of the headcanon that Sony made this ship considering all the Sony logos we've been seeing.
What and all the breakage.
And the fact that apparently the pods which are sustaining life are... Oh god, Pedro.
What?
Technology made by Sony that sustains life. Where have we seen this before?
Ugh.
Hey, Dwibs, remember Chappie?
Oh fuck.
Basically, to
Well,
for
yes,
the gist of it, PS4s are able to bring you back to life.
Well, look at the bright side to it. At least they didn't also drag Hugh Jackman into this.
And also, to be fair, this was made like about 8 years before that film came out.
Wait, you must be talking about
Ha
the
ha
original
ha ha
script.
ha! Get it?
What a
Space, the
story.
one thing she doesn't need more of. Ha 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 ha.
You know, why is there only one humanoid cyborg on this ship? Like, wouldn't it make sense for there to be several manning these?
Because Michael Sheen's the only one we could afford. We already paid, a quarter of the budget already went into.
It's like the
Lawrence and
Joe
Pratt
model
salaries.
Alien Isolation. They're cheaper to get.
Gee, it's not like, you know, background actors or anything.
Well, again, Joe, but the premise of this movie is that
It's
they're
isolating, yeah, but yada
the
yada
only two on
yada.
the ship.
Yeah, but Of course. I mean, they'd be cyborgs, so it would make sense why he'd still be lonely. I mean, heck. I mean, really, if that's the case, then he shouldn't feel lonely with Michael Sheen being there to begin with. But
You know what a good plot twist will be? What I'm probably thinking of the movie will be too stupid to do it, to actually acknowledge it.
what?
If the real humans are actually dead, and the plot twist is that everyone on the ship is actually a cyborg or something.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what would actually be funny is if it turned out that this was all just some insane reality show and none of this is real. Yes, that's right.
Like,
I'm actually.
what's the name? The Truman Show?
Yes, that's right. I'm actually asking for a latent sort of plot twist for all this to be fake. That's how bad this has gotten. Oh, speaking of latent plot twist, wait till you guys see the third Danganronpa game.
No peeking.
Why does she need to take off her clothes for this?
I have no fucking idea.
I mean, Chris Pratt.
Well,
she
wants to go in the space suit.
Yeah, but
Chris
you
don't
didn't
need to
have
be
to do
naked
that.
to be into it.
Yeah, Chris Pratt clearly didn't have to do that. What the heck?
Being naked in space.
Why are we okay? Can someone please explain to me why
Wow.
she had to take her clothes off aside from fan service?
Wow, my god.
Pedro, the romantic music compels you to be entranced by this scene.
Wow, oh my god, guys, those really are the spacesuits from Fan Force.
Truly a pretentious piano.
Yes. Seriously though, those suits are from Fan Force. They got the same interior digital design. Did they buy these from Fox? Well, I guess this piano piece is nice.
I don't know, Jova. Again, falls into the pretentious category to me.
Hey, at this point, I'll take pretentious if it actually gets my attention. What?
The only thing missing right now is narration.
Oh, they're doing the "Do you trust me" thing, and they're on a ship. Near, far, wherever you are.
I'm sorry, movie. I know you're trying to get me to buying it that these two are a lucky pair, but
Please, the Whimsy score is telling you to be amazed.
By the way, Wally did the whole dancing in space thing better.
I agree.
Wasn't Wally also scored by Thomas Newman?
Yes.
What? Oh my god! What is?
Well, Thomas Newman is kind of Andrew Stanton's go-to composer.
Well, except for John Carter.
But I mean, seriously though, the similarities between this movie and others is really starting to creep me out now.
So much for an original movie concept.
Okay. Well, I guess space is really
What
a
a
big
story.
turn on.
It's
Wow!
funny. They can't kiss because of a spacesuit. Wow, I guess being into space makes you horny.
Does it?
I don't know.
So basically, now they're gonna fuck each other, even though they've had that. Like, with I'm not buying
Truly,
this.
an Hollywood
Well,
masterpiece.
okay. For the sake of argument, I guess we could say that maybe they've been together for months, and I guess we have gotten some build-up to the relationship. But I'm sorry, just one dance in space and boom, that's it? Seriously, again, even Wally did the... And we didn't even get to see it.
Well, this was PG. It is a PG-13, 12 movie.
Yeah, Joe, we can't have nice things.
Oh, really?
Oh, she's horny again.
Okay, wait a minute. I get it, guys. This could actually make for a cool thing. He has to deal with the consequences because she'll become infatuated with him to the point where if he so much as looks away from her, she'll try to kill him. You know, it's kind of like that Fairly Odd Parents episode that basically where Timmy made a wish that he and his crush were the only two people.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was actually just, and the paws are just down there.
Oh, gee.
So, Dwibs, is the film at least going to be smart enough to do something like that? The answer's
Look
no,
at the pretty
is it?
body.
I can't remember exactly, but I think don't take my word for it. I think it's something like that. Not exactly though.
Because, like, seriously, though, I mean, seriously, have her go all shining when he starts to, not give her the goods. And that would... They're faking us out. They're faking us out, they're faking us out, they're faking
Yes,
us
they
out. There we go. Really, movie. She's monologuing about this. Oh.
Hi, because you said the thing and it wrote it in the book.
And now we're in a Chinese rest. What?
Well, remember
They've been here
before,
before.
yeah.
Oh, and a holographic fish because... Okay, no, seriously.
Reasons.
Really?
Because in the future we have pointless holograms that don't do anything.
You have
Because they look
advanced
pretty.
technology. And you
Precious
supposedly
metals.
can't just...
It's like in After Earth,
Oh,
where Will
title's up.
Smith's wife is messing with those hologram thingies, even though we never know what the hell that even is.
Well, I'll give this movie credit. At least it made sure to have a monologue during the sex scene, unlike Alone in the Dark. Oh, and unlike Wall-E, I guess they have plants all... Okay, seriously, at this rate, this ship might as well be your home. Like, I'm sorry. With the way the ship is all fueled and everything, why is this just for 4 months? Actually, better question. If this ship is taking them to a planet that already has all they need, why do they even need to bring those plants?
I don't know.
Wow, this plot just really falls under its own weight of stupidity. Also, looking directly at the sun will blind you, you morons.
Yeah, no amount of dark glass will protect you from this.
Also, pretty sure the gravity should be sucking them in.
Whoa!
Well, it looks like it's doing it.
Look at that. That's the awe of the universe.
Look at that CGI.
Look at that
Isn't it
ship
beautiful?
design. Okay, seriously, movie, you've officially become even more stupid than Lost in Space. Like, that movie...
Well, I don't know if I go that
Well, okay.
far.
Well, okay, in regards to, actually respecting gravity. Because Lost in Space actually
Danger
happened.
Glimpse Robinson.
Because,
Also gotta give at least the acting in this movie some credit. At least it doesn't get as bad as William Hurt literally going, "I love you, wife,
okay,
wife.
good point.
I love you, wife." Da-da. Like it's amazing. It's literally like Doug says it. Like the William Hurt's acting is so terrible in that movie that the music is the acting for him.
Oh, how cute.
So here's my question: if they're not supposed to be awake right now, why aren't the robots doing anything?
Because
That's a
remember,
good
the
point.
ship never malfunctions. I think this is it coming up now.
Oh wait, is it the reveal thing coming out?
I think so.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute, I wonder.
Ah, okay.
Was it Michael Sheen that woke up?
Okay, Tail, brace yourself.
All
Here it
right.
comes.
I wonder if it was Michael Sheen that woke up Chris Pratt's character.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm calling it. There's a hidden third person somewhere in this ship.
Oh, he's gonna ask her to marry him.
Here we go.
Oh, so it's been a year.
Wait, so even
Here we go.
so even though he was given orders to not tell her, he's telling
Oh,
her.
there we go. He's just told her now.
I'm sorry, but
There's my optimism gone.
well, so much for technology. I mean,
Seriously.
does the cyborg just have free will? I thought that this sort of stuff was made to obey human commands.
Those are robotics. What are those?
It's like the writer couldn't come up with a reason for how she would find out, so just have the robot tell her.
Here we go.
Like,
So is this the part where she tries to kill him?
Oh, jeez.
Dun dun dun.
It's not like it seems, I swear.
And all of a sudden the ground is shaking. I'm
Jesus,
sorry.
that face. Movie, I need to sleep tonight.
Jennifer, this is Jennifer just realizing right now, what have I gotten myself into? No, I want out! Fire my agent!
Can their eyes get any wider?
Oh my god. I regret everything I've done in the last 2 months.
No. I get it, Dwibs. I get it. She was lied to about the liar the plot. She knew there was going to be a liar reveal thing. So when she did find out, she had this reaction, and they decided to put this in the movie because the cameras were rolling.
Yeah, this.
And again, I'm not quite sure how this movie would have been any better or worse if they did the planned thing where they were supposed to do it later on.
Okay.
Again, I'm supposed to like Chris Pratt's character. Why?
Well,
I mean,
okay.
I get that the power of boner can be a really strong thing, but Jesus Christ, dude, get a grip on yourself.
I mean, okay. Look, I get that the movie is saying, okay, like Dwib said, the movie isn't exactly treating this like it was the right or good thing.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I mean,
No, go ahead.
Like Dwib said, the movie isn't treating this like it was the right or good thing to do, but I'm sorry, he did not spend nearly enough time thinking about it, really. And
Question,
even
Dwibs,
still,
are there-
we don't
He
really...
was watching her for months, apparently.
Ah.
Question, Dwibs, are there video games and porn in this ship?
We just saw earlier there was technically a video game.
So what do you even need anything else for, though?
Well, I guess...
Just go play some.
Pedro, it goes to show that Hollywood it does not understand the minds of the newest generations.
I mean,
It still thinks in an old way.
So yeah, Chris Pratt has essentially doomed Jennifer Lawrence to
Death.
death, pretty much. Yeah. Again, Chris Pratt, our likable hero.
See, okay, look. This problem could maybe not have been solved, but this problem could have been alleviated if they had actually given us character about him saying that he has some sort of psychological sense where he cannot stand being alone. Like, okay, if the movie actually built up to that.
Here we go, Jova.
Ow.
Well,
Ow.
Thank you. Go, Jenny. Yeah, go. Beat the crap out of him.
you know, it's really sad.
Jesus.
Okay.
I guess all the jogging paid off.
All right. Okay.
Oh, God.
Jesus. Actually, no. Never mind. Go ahead.
It's sad when we're actually rooting for someone to kill Chris Pratt in a movie.
Yeah, that's sad.
We've gotten to this point, haven't we?
And all it took was one movie. Although, I'll be quite honest, I don't blame Chris Pratt for this movie. I mean, if I were in his position, I'm assuming that he
I guess
probably
he
just
was
saw...
his agent or something.
Well,
Okay.
the thing we have to keep reminding ourselves of is that actors are like us, and they have bills to pay. Especially in fact,
Pratt's trying to...
What?
in fact, I mean, there are only a very few select actors who are rich enough to only pick the parts that they actually do want to play. Like Leonardo DiCaprio right now only has 2 movies in development.
Yeah.
That's because DiCaprio is known to be. That's because DiCaprio is known to be very picky about what projects he accepts.
Pratt's trying to
that,
explain himself, but yeah.
Not only that, but I guess to be fair, not all actors get to see all the script beforehand, so...
That's true, yeah.
Case in
Pratt,
point,
you're only making
Mamma
things
Mia.
worse for yourself.
But yeah, seriously though, look, this could have worked better if the film actually told us enough about his character. Because, okay, look, I'm sorry, Hollywood, but nowadays you can't really just have a character and have the people assume, oh, it's basic human reaction, like he'll not want to be alone. Like, no, bullcrap to that. There are plenty of cases where some humans are A-okay with being alone for the entire lives.
Again, you have video.
Again, and Pratt's character is supposed to be redeemable after this.
Look, again, he needs to have like an actual psychotic condition to even begin to try
But
justifying this.
Jova, he was so lonely.
Wow. They don't even try and give him a psychological condition to try and... What?
And this ship flips.
Yeah.
I'm assuming not, because space. Sad.
That's what you get when you build your spaceship with Apple technology.
I mean, if this had internet, it would literally be basically paradise.
Hey, wait a minute.
Well, Pedro, it will not be. I mean, internet is what it is. Also,
guys.
because there are a lot of people who
The
use
ship
it.
is malfunctioning.
Wait a minute. Hold
Well,
on.
shit.
You know, actually, Pedro, you just brought up a good point. Is
I
there
did.
is there internet on this ship? Like
Again,
seriously?
if it was, all he would need is keep watching kitty videos on YouTube and jack off to some Pornhub, and there you go. You're all set for life. I mean, what else do you need?
But not just that, but think about it. If he had internet, then he would have other means of trying to communicate with them, as opposed to just that Skype video he said. Like, seriously, the internet works in a way with satellites, and if they have satellites out there, then the satellite should be able to bounce them off quicker down to Earth. Like, I kid you not, guys. If this ship has
geez.
internet, this plot could be solved in a matter of seconds by just sending so much as a text message. And the movie never...
Hey,
brings
honey.
that up.
Hey, honey. You still mad at me?
I wish I was my old husband rather than you.
Remind me again, guys. Have we already found the explanation of why is this trip even going on in the first place, or is it later?
Yeah.
Because they want to
You already
populate
explained
a
it
new
earlier.
world because our Earth.
Oh,
is
right,
getting
you're right.
polluted
Never
and
mind. Never
overcrowded.
mind. You're right. My bad. God, this movie's plot is so contrite. It's borderline incomprehensible.
I know, right?
Oh, so wait. So we do have internet.
So
Actually, no, that's an old video she's watching about her stuff.
yeah, but okay, look. If this ship does not have internet, wow, that is stupid because, well, I'm sorry, internet is kind of like the
Well,
basic
Jova, how exactly do you get internet in space?
satellite.
That's not.
Well,
No,
Jimmy,
Joe, even that they could manage the communication, but it took. He says it will took too many years.
but again, that
Yeah.
makes me wonder, though. I mean, well, they never really bring up the idea of internet, though, because if they do have internet, then that should mean that communication shouldn't be that hard. If they don't, well, then I'm sorry, but maybe you should wait until you have enough advanced technology to, have a spaceship with internet, so that people can get their messages to you clearly and quickly. Just
Well,
saying.
Joe, but the thing is, actually, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Why
Go
are you
ahead.
looking so smug?
Carry on?
Is he gonna become the villain? Because,
Who?
Chris.
Okay. Like I said,
I
right
wish.
now. Okay, like Drew's already told us that it's not Michael Sheen who woke up him. So like I said, the only option that makes sense is of course a third party. But again, this movie doesn't make any sense, so I'm assuming that's probably not it either.
Oh, wow. He's really gonna try this now.
Wait. How exactly do you plant a tree in a spaceship? And how the hell did it grow that fast? Excuse me.
Is there any explanation?
Hello, writer, director. Can someone please make sure that the plot points add up from
Okay, Pedro, I hate to say it, but yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to my guns.
please?
Okay, Pedro, I hate to say it, but I think I'm gonna stick to my guns about this being even more dumb than Lost in Space. I mean, Lost in Space, at least remember that plants take, a long time to
What the?
grow. Why do I get the
What?
feeling that this is a metaphor for how the plot's just falling apart?
That machine is a serial
Can
killer.
someone please explain to me what the hell was that? What?
Of course!
Fishburne.
Lawrence
Oh.
Fishburne, what are you doing here?
It's a sci-fi movie, so of
They
course.
dragged poor Lawrence Fishburne into this, didn't they?
Wow. Oh my god,
Christ.
there he is!
Wait, Wait, is he the one who woke up Chris Pratt?
No, he got woke up himself as well.
Wait, there was a third party vote?
Okay, I'm convinced now. There's someone hidden in the ship slowly waking up people.
Yeah, Pratt put it there.
See, it turns out you are the chosen one. Oh my... Guys, Lawrence Fishburne in a movie where people wake up from pods in an effort to try and sustain...
Yeah, Matrix choke, blah, 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 blah. Moving on.
Yeah. Okay, Lawrence Fishburne. This really came the fudge out of nowhere.
Like I said, the only explanation that makes sense is that there's a fourth party. But again...
Basically, Fishburne plays the chief deck officer on the ship.
Wait,
so is the movie actually going to explain how the hell did Chris Pratt manage to plant a fucking tree in a fucking spaceship made of fucking metal?
They finally managed to open that door.
Are they?
Here I thought plants needed dirt to grow, but I guess I got my botnology wrong. I guess I don't know. There's something wrong that I got there. there's a lot more wrong about aside from the ship. There's a lot wrong in this.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my guns and say this is more dumb than Lost in Space. Lost in Space remembered how plants work. Lost in Space remembered how gravity worked.
So I'm guessing the rest of this movie is just the characters trying to figure out what the hell the plot is.
Well, mostly Pratt and Lawrence.
Let me guess. Wait, hold on. Which Lawrence? We got two Lawrences now, dude.
Yeah, we have two Lawrences here.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Wait, really? They're not gonna do much of Lawrence Fishburne?
Nope.
No, I'm sorry. Lawrence Fishburne is not one of those actors you drag halfway
But don't you see, Jova? He's not an attractive. He's not. But don't you see, Jova? He's not an attractive young white person, so he can't be in the movie too much.
Wait, oh my god. Is this movie actually going to pull a Matrix on us now that I think about it? The robots are rebelling?
Again, 2001, and Wally already did the whole computer revolting against the mankind thing. Why do you think you were clever enough to make it seem like this particular tick is worth a shit?
Oh my god, it all makes sense now. They put this script in the black box back in 2008, since it was 9 years ago, and then brought it back. Like, they brought back people from the pods and said, guys, now our plot will seem original now that we do it in the competition around.
So is this guy an engineer who actually knows what the fuck is wrong with the pods?
He's more qualified, at least.
He's apparently part of the actual crew, too. Which makes you wonder...
Yeah, he's the chief deck officer.
So, where are the rest of the crew, then?
Oh, and by the way, he's dying.
What?
I have a terminal disease and I'm dying, but it's okay because Labralab Incorporated found out the cure, so we're fine.
Please.
You know what's sad, Pedro? I honestly would take that ending over this movie at this rate. I'm not even kidding.
Well. To be fair, we still don't know what the ending is.
No. What I'm saying is I take that ending over this movie as a whole already.
Wow, really? We got to that point already?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, it's a movie that wastes Lawrence Fishburne, Chris Pratt, Jennifer Lawrence, Michael Sheen, makes a terrible movie out of it, makes no sense, has less logic in it than Lost in Space, the film.
So, okay, I'm gonna only ask this one more time. Dwebs, do we actually get an explanation for the tree?
I don't think so.
Well, we're doomed.
What the fuck was the point of the fucking tree then?
I guess it was to try and
Hey guys, let's plant a tree in here. What's the name of the director again?
Morton Tildum.
Morton, don't you think a tree is a bit out of place in this? Nah, out of my trees. Let's put this tree here. I have a very specific vision, goddammit.
I'm guessing that Pratt's character was trying to remind Jennifer Lawrence's character about New York.
I just realized.
What?
Jova, I just realized it's just like in Rooftop Run, where there's a lot of trees in the buildings.
Huh.
This takes place in Sonic Unleashed's universe.
Well, the difference being that people actually had gardens on those rooftops. So, oh my god, A Sonic world makes more sense than this. Well, no, not just that. A Sonic landscape makes more sense than this. Really? We're just announcing the disease all of a sudden right here?
So, Jova, is Lawrence not Jova, sorry. Is Lawrence Fishburne the character who finds out exactly what the fuck is wrong?
And then dies right before he can tell him?
From what I remember, honestly, I think Lawrence Fishburne's character is kind of pointless.
Well, you don't say. I mean,
Well,
seriously.
gee.
No. You are not going to have him die right now.
Oh
movie.
no, strawberry jelly.
So you're telling me the movie brought Lawrence Fishburne in halfway, we're barely going to see any of him, and he's going to die.
Okay, the movie will explain a little bit later on that the reason he's dying was because, when he came out of that escape pod, sorry, that hibernation
Oh, hi,
pod,
fan service.
when it malfunctioned, it damaged his body.
And it didn't do that to Pratt and Jennifer because
Because the plot demanded it, I guess.
I guess the pod is addicted to black guys.
Oh.
Ding.
Black
So this movie's racist. Brilliant.
Gravity loss. And
Whoa.
Oh, okay, Cat. What the hell, Cat? Come on. Be careful when you shift gravity. Come on.
okay,
I'm not even kidding. I'm basically saying in Gravity Rush, if you're not careful, when you shift gravity, you can actually bring the innocent civilians with you, and they'll go, ah!
okay.
Come on, Cat. You have to be more careful with this shit.
Okay. This is a Sony film. If this turned out to be a crossover between Gravity Rush, I might actually be able to forgive this.
I wish I was playing Gravity Rush.
Oh, wow. Nice underpants shot there.
Yeah.
Behold our special effects budget. So, okay, what the fuck is going on?
Gravity
Ship's
is
falling
apparently...
apart.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
But
seriously.
why?
I'm guessing they're gonna go for a HAL 9000 rather at this rate.
The writing of this movie is basically, if I need something to happen, just make it happen. No logic, no rhyme, no reason.
Well, crud, I think she's dead.
Nope, it just fixes itself.
What?
Wait, what?
Okay, okay.
This was another pointless moment.
Okay. Maybe this isn't a HAL 9000.
Purpose movie! We need purpose!
Okay, look, seriously. In 2001 Space Odyssey, when HAL 9000 was trying to kill people, he stuck to it. So, what the heck is going on here? Don't spoil
Not
it.
just that, he actually had a reason for wanting to kill people.
Yeah, just like the machine in Wall-E actually had a reason because he was given the directive. Here, okay.
Well, yeah. I'm pretty sure even Andrew Stanton admitted that that thing was a direct, intentional homage to 2001 anyway. So,
But okay, yeah, seriously, whoever's behind all this better have a dang good reason for all this. Otherwise, what?
plot is collapsing, guys. But why? Why is the plot collapsing?
John Spates was drunk.
Aside from the... Wait.
So a power surge was what woke him up.
What?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, remember the meteorite shower? That was the thing.
Wait. A power. That's what woke up Lawrence Fishburne, right?
No,
Pratt.
actually, Chris Pratt.
Well, then what the hell woke up Lawrence Fishburne?
I don't know.
Okay, movie, you better have the best goddamn plot twist in the history of plot twists at the end of this.
I know, right?
I mean, especially considering recently.
For God's sakes, it's turning into
It's
Titanic.
now.
Great, beautiful. So are they going to? So are they going to have someone come out of the operation chamber who's actually a real historical figure and have them kill themselves?
Oh my God!
Actually,
Wait,
or
Midgar?
maybe,
What are we doing in Midgar?
or maybe,
Dun, 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 dun,
may-
dun, dun.
All right,
or
okay.
maybe we will
Now-
have.
Now we're going to find out
Oh.
exactly what's wrong with Lawrence Fishburne.
Okay.
He is suffering from a severe case of poor writing.
400 and...
Actually, that's 612.
I'm pretty sure he would be dead.
So, yeah, this is literally Titanic. I mean, ship gets hit by an organic object, and... Wait,
So basically, Chris Pratt woke up because of some kind of electrical discharge malfunction thingy. Okay, fine. But in that case, what woke up Lawrence Fishburne?
I'm afraid I cannot do that, Lawrence.
I don't... Okay.
Did you seriously just say you're Goofy Heimroyd?
Oh my god.
Hibernation.
Oh my god. Dwibs,
What?
let me guess. We never find out what the hell is even happening.
Well, I think the movie will try and explain later on.
Oh, no.
Poorly, probably.
Wait,
So, yeah.
did the ship just give him cyanide pills?
No, it's just giving him pills to help make him more comfortable to his... Oh my god, it's freaking Elysium.
Oh my god, you're right. You are more...
Original film, everyone!
You're
We
less
couldn't decide.
original
I couldn't decide which movie I wanted to make, so I just made all of them.
They're
All of the
less-
shitty ones.
They are less original than Elysium.
It's like another track. We couldn't decide which handheld game we wanted to make, so we just made all of them. Layton, Liz Attorney, Pokemon, all of them.
Maybe we could try and you... No, it's too late. Well, we could always try saying, no, it's too late. Well, there's
So,
plenty of technology. No, it's too late.
So really, yeah, Lawrence Fishburne's character was pointless. I mean, what
Pretty
did he
much.
actually do?
Can we have another scene of Jennifer Lawrence beating the crap out of Chris Pratt? I like that scene.
So, let me get this straight. One meteor is all it takes to roam this ship off course and go all haywire? Are you serious? They're really serious about this.
Oh, hold on. I must have missed something. What's going on right now?
The ship's still falling apart.
Again, because of one meteorite. And no one thought, guys,
It's not just.
we're going
it's not
into
even just
space.
that.
It's full of
So you're
ash.
telling me that you put the one hope for the entire human race in the ship, and you didn't bother to make sure it's resistant towards meteorites or something?
Well, I mean, I guess to be fair, it's not their one hope with the human race. It's just a matter of moving humans because,
Alright,
it's getting
so,
overpopulated. But yeah.
So now he's... So really, the only purpose Lawrence Fishburne has is to give Chris Pratt his ID so he can help fix the ship.
Here's
Yes,
my watch.
Because
I kept this watch in my ass.
yes. Yes, because Chris Pratt has clearly shown us to be the character we should trust more.
But Jova is the hero we don't need, but the hero we deserve.
And that's really all we get of
Or
Lawrence
something
Fishburne.
like that.
Yep, he's dead.
Fucking
Maybe-
seriously, man.
Maybe he asked his agent to ask him to kill off his character.
I mean, yeah, it was truly pointless.
How
for
long
this
was he in
movie.
the movie for? 15 minutes?
Yeah,
This has probably been his easiest paycheck earning his life.
Oh, by the way, guys, you know that conflict that occurred between Lawrence and Pratt about Pratt being a Pratt?
completely forgotten.
That's completely thrown out the window now.
And
Well,
we-
I guess to be
Well,
fair, there are
yeah.
more pressing matters at hand right now.
True. And we have like 30 minutes left.
But it's like, that's the problem. This movie can't really decide what it wants to be.
Yeah,
True.
I mean, seriously, it's like
Oh, yeah, this bit was hilarious in the trailer.
oh, Michael Sheen. Michael? Okay, I wonder how much of this is Michael being Michael?
All that's missing is him going.
But yeah, seriously, it's
And
like
deactivating was totally necessary.
You could have done that earlier then!
No, movie. You don't get to bringing up the crew now. You had an entire film's length worth to try doing that. In fact,
This movie is so painful.
oh wait, here's an even better question. Why didn't you try doing it the second you found out Lawrence Fishburne was awake?
Why didn't Fishburne wake people up? I mean, he's part of the crew.
Not just that. Again, we still haven't
You
found
can-
out. I'm sorry to ask this again, but okay, what exactly woke up Lawrence Fishburne? We still don't know that.
Dweebs, you could say he had bigger fish to fry. Kill me, please.
Because of course there's an airlock in that place of all places.
Excuse me, no, I'm pretty sure if there was a hole on the ship, it would be more than just a fucking vacuum. It would also be the fact that they can't breathe even right now.
See, the reason this worked in Wall-E was because they were robots!
Is this to be kind of like in 2001 where we had that scene where Dave tries to basically go from one vacuum to the other?
I wouldn't be surprised at this rate.
Oh no, the tension. I'm incredibly...
And you'd be dead. Okay, seriously, look, if the pressure is enough to crack glass, I'm pretty sure that they'd be squished.
What?
It's like this movie is doing everything it can to keep our attention by just being stupid now.
Did she just say holy ship?
Wow, really?
Remember,
movie?
Theo, it's a PG-13 movie.
They
so-
really did holy ship.
Actually, I think you can get away with a couple of times you say the S word.
No,
but-
not the S word. They said ship. S-H-I-P. Holy ship.
Excuse
Get it?
Maybe
me,
misheard it.
excuse me, filmmakers, there should be a tremendous amount of vacuum in this ship because of all those holes.
Actually, Pedro, if this wasn't a big of a deal in Red Planet, it's probably not going to be a big of a deal here.
How do you know that? I said, how do you know that? Did you read the script? What's there over there, right there? Is that the script?
He's an engineer.
I'm sorry, but again, so wait. So, you know,
So wait, this ship is powered by the Phoenix Force from the Marvel Universe?
So it's like I said earlier, the movie is literally collapsing under the weight of its stupidity, and the characters are going to get dragged down with it.
So, okay, let's do a recap. When this movie started off, it was about a guy pretty much dealing with the I Am Legend scene of being the only living person on the ship. Then it became a movie about him having to deal with being alone. Then it became a movie about dealing with how creepy it is about the fact that he may have revived a woman and doomed her, but, you know, going maybe into the social conflicts about that.
And now it's just a survival movie.
Oh, no. Before it became a survival movie, then it turned into pseudo The Shining, where she practically tried to kill him. Then it became the Matrix Light version when Lawrence Fishburne got involved, and now it's a survival film, pretty much based off of Titanic. Wow!
So where's the space iceberg?
That was the meteorite in the start.
Oh, okay.
You know, Futurama did this plot
It
better.
means you
now
haven't
that I
What
think
do you
about it.
think, you fucking bitch?
Oh my god.
The door isn't working.
So, when you think about it, guys, Futurama did this entire plot, and better.
I'm sorry, honey. Windows is not responding.
What does that mean?
Windows is not responding.
We have found the true enemy of this the true villain of this movie, Clippy.
Hey,
I think I
Tio,
found the...
Okay. I'm genuinely convinced the moron who wrote this movie is clinically retarded. I mean,
Hey, Pedro, that line mentioned earlier, I think that was the dumbest line in the whole movie. Outer door
So
failure.
now
What
I
does that
agree.
trying
mean?
to be Captain America.
I agree.
hey, Tio.
What
Oh,
does
no,
that mean?
no. Don't you dare try to have a romantic movie now.
Not just that.
She's gonna kiss him, isn't she? She's going to kiss him, isn't... Oh, surprisingly she didn't. Okay. Yes, it's gonna be okay. We're just in a ship which apparently neither of us have been able to get working, but now we're totally gonna be able to get it to work.
So yeah, Paige, I think we found our new stupid line we can quote for a stupid moment.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be okay.
No.
No.
Outer door malfunction. What does that mean?
What do you think, you moron?
Oh,
I think the machine was very self-explanatory.
oh,
Come
no.
Oh, fuck you, movie.
What?
Fuck you.
So, I guess the stages of love in this case were love, be lied to, try to kill him, and then find him hot again.
He's gonna try and get that outer door open from the other side, but it will kill him.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm sorry, Des, but I'm gonna have to go here. This movie is officially stupider than Moonraker.
Yeah, I'm sorry, she should be melting right now. And oh, of course, fan service.
Not to mention, at the very least, Moonraker at least had a campy tone, so you can at least be more forgiving with that. This is clearly trying to be also serious and shit.
I mean, wow. You know, at this rate, I wish Chris Pratt being a creep were the worst thing about this film, but no, if anything, that's just the starting line of how terrible this film gets. And that's
Yeah,
ignoring
not
all the
just-
stupid stuff that came before.
You know what? The whole him waking her up later on for the sake of for the sake
Boner.
of finding something. No, for the sake of finding someone else in general. You know, it didn't
could
need
have
it to be in this movie.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, if the movie was truly as the trailer advertised of them waking up at the same time and then having to face the crisis of a ship, it would have been just okay. Maybe not spectacular, but fine on its own. But no, we need to have these subtext.
and if you really wanted to have him wake her up, why not have the stakes be different? Like, okay. I guess to be fair, now that we know that the ship was pretty much just leading them to Doomsday Land because of that meteorite, it's still not quite all okay, but that does, add in a new factor. If we had known that beforehand, then him waking her up to get help, that would actually be justified to an extent. Or heck, maybe if like everyone else were actually dead, then, I could see him actually wanting to wake her up because, well, might as well.
Oh yeah, guys, he can't turn when he turns the thing. He can't let go of it, otherwise it will shut. Do you know what this means?
He has to
Yes,
sacrifice
to save
himself for the
place.
greater good.
The
The
greater
greater
good.
good.
So we never find out what woke up Lawrence Fishburne.
And we never find out why a tree was planted. And we never figure out why they decided not
basic-
to try and wake up the
So
crew.
basically, this movie. This movie is basically the director and writer basically piling up a castle of cards only to bring it down again.
Wait, Dwibs, is he going in to fix the reactor?
No, he's going to open the door, but it'll roast him.
This movie's completely pointless.
Hey! This reminds me of Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, where Spock had to sacrifice
Love, live,
himself.
and prosperity or some shit.
Well, it's come full circle. They're pretty much pulling Star Trek II, The Wrath
Just
of
do
Khan.
it. Don't let your memes be memes.
I
don't care. Thousands of
I
people
don't
are going to
care what
die.
happens to the world.
Thousands of people are going to die if you don't do this, you bitch.
Is the movie trying to make her a terrible person, so that should be a perfect
I
setup
forgot.
for Chris
Liz,
Pratt?
what's her character's name?
Aurora.
Get it?
Aurora,
Because
just
she's-
smile.
Again, Dwibs. I mean, again, Theo, get it? She's Aurora, and she was sleeping, so she was a sleeping beauty.
Fuck you, movie. Well, you can say that Chris Pratt got roasted by his actions.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
You know, the sad thing is that I can't even really.
But don't you see Jehovah? He gets his redemption moment by sacrificing himself for the greater good.
You know,
The greater good.
the sad thing is that I don't even think he fully deserves this because this doesn't really tie into what he did. What? He's alive?
How come he didn't get roasted there?
What was the point of all that dramatic tension if we knew the suit was gonna save him?
Yeah, but Jove, apparently the suit is cracked now.
Oh no, the suit got cracked, despite everything it just withstood. Oh, screw you. Now this is just Fantastic Four the 2000 edition.
There's no Chris Pratt anymore.
Going to be cracked, I should say, sorry. You're really jumping the gun on this.
So, is he gonna die
thing,
now?
aren't I?
What?
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, what was that supposed to do?
Propel him?
What the hell is even? I don't get it.
Oops.
Wow. You don't say! So, surely you must have known that the suits were that strong. Since,
Oh great!
reducing
Now
them
we
in the-
get to have a Now we get to have what final peacemaking conversation.
Well, we've got like 20 or something minutes left, so something big's gotta happen. Wow, I get the feeling that Chris Pratt just going all senile and there's like him
You're
realizing-
sorry.
And then
Oh
the
God,
monolith.
no! I swear to God, if they have him freeze to death,
She's gonna die with him, isn't she?
Of course.
or even worse, he's gonna freeze to death, and then he'll tell her that she's gonna go on, she's gonna grow old, have plenty of babies.
And then the monolith pops up, and then Chris Pratt enters into the Jupiter and Beyond sequence.
Then becomes a star child, the coming full circle, yeah.
Oh
No, Pedro, I'm getting reminded instead of another thing.
What?
Gender reverse Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh God, no! It is. It's the same, except that this time it's Renoa doing it.
Yes.
Wait, what scene was that? you
Basically, Web Squall from Final Fantasy VIII did a very similar thing to this.
Oh,
Right.
that scene on the edge of the Cosmos stream.
After
So,
after the lunar cry. Yeah.
And now Eyes on Me starts playing.
And when the Ragnarok sheep shows up, how the fuck I don't know.
Darling,
Oh.
so there you are.
And this is actually taken from Mission to Mars, of course.
Get it, guys? There's not enough extension cord for her to reach him.
Whatever. It's here.
Yes.
Darling, so there you are.
Oh jeez, what the fuck?
This
Why?
movie is at the very least really good commentary fodder. Like seriously, this movie is so blatantly stupid that the commentary pretty much makes itself.
I know, right? Whoa,
and
that
we
was an
jumped up
awkward jump.
directly.
Oh, please don't tell me he's alive.
Well, of course he is.
You know, scene, I don't care how many violins you play over it. That doesn't make the scene look any less silly.
Thank God that the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is coming later on this year.
Well, at least Chris Pratt has something to do after this. What about Jennifer
Oh,
Lawrence?
guys, just like in a
Well-
recent...
Jennifer Lawrence already has even won an Oscar and everything. She already has a pretty damn good career, or at this point anyway. So don't worry, she's fine. She'll survive this.
Hey guys, just
He
like...
survives this.
Guys, just like... Hey guys,
Sorry, that only counts for movie plots.
Guys, bad news. Chris Pratt is dead.
Yeah, sure.
Like I care.
Right.
Just kiss him on the lips, he will wake up.
Wait, is Jennifer having a stroke? I know. Oh wait, she's gonna revive him?
so
Really?
let me get this straight. The
And
machine...
she's tried literally everything.
So the machine literally has a revival program. Why didn't we ever try
It
using
even
this?
said there. It even said there resuscitation. It said it there.
So,
And she's basically she's using every single thing that the bed can do.
question,
Are
why
you
didn't we...
fucking serious?
Don't
why didn't we
you
try...
see? Don't you see it, Teo? This is future medicine.
Question, why didn't we... Hey, Pedro.
But
Elysium actually did this better.
oh God, Neil, you're making Neil Blomkamp seem good, Tom. What's his name again?
Neil Blomkamp.
Morton Tilden.
Morton, you're making Neil Blomkamp look competent.
Congratulations.
And original. He
Think
made
about
it
what you're
original.
doing, dude.
Get in the corner and think about what you have done.
So,
He wakes up, doesn't he?
here's a
Of
question.
course.
What do you
Fuck you, movie.
So, here's a question. I just have one more.
But you see, guys, the plot twist is that as a result of this, his DNA got mixed with something, and now he's become a superhero, and he's eventually going to become a monster.
So, here's a question. Why didn't we try using this on Lawrence Fishburne when he was dying?
Because remember, he had like 1 billion illnesses.
Again,
Well,
Jova,
gee,
remember,
it's not like we could have
Jova,
tried doing all those press every option
Well,
thing.
Jova, this is first aid for in case of in physical injuries, not internal diseases.
not just that, Jova, but remember, priorities go to we save the ones who are hotter first.
I'm gonna go with Pedro's theory because yeah, this movie has been a dick to black guys.
Yeah, not just
Also,
that.
I just realized something, Jova.
What?
In the movie, there has been only one victim, and it was first the black guy.
Oh,
So let me get this straight. The only reason both Chris Pratt and Lawrence Fishburne woke up is just because the machine randomly malfunctioned.
Oh, look at that. We even repaired Michael Sheen. How cute.
because comedic relief.
Seriously, the writer couldn't even come up with a reason for why Chris and Lawrence woke up. They just wake up
Oh.
because malfunction.
I mean, I guess they came up with the reason that Chris woke up because oh no, wait.
So
what?
we're gonna do the Star Trek funeral?
Of all the souls I met, his was the most
You know,
pointless.
movie. When I said you were ripping off Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, I didn't mean for you to go the full hog with it.
Well, at
Khan!
least there's not a bagpipe.
No. Actually, in this case, it would be Morton.
Don't you hear it, guys? The
Oh,
chorus in the
I'm sorry for
background
something.
means that this is beautiful.
So yeah, Chris Pratt now has the authorization.
Talk about lazy writing. You couldn't even come up with reasons for why both the two men woke up.
So now he can put. So now, yeah. So that pod can act as a new hibernation pod.
Wait.
Wait, what?
You're telling me the solution was staring us in the face this entire
Well, but he didn't have the authorization before.
Yeah.
What?
But how? Wait. How come he has the authorization now? What happened?
Lawrence Fishburne allowed him.
Well, yeah, he gave him
guess
that key thing.
But even still, Lawrence didn't actually directly tell him.
So basically,
Also,
what's
no,
going to
no,
happen
no.
is
Not just that, you're telling me that you have only one medical bay with only one of these beds.
oh wait,
the
so
hell?
only one of them can go back to sleep.
Apparently.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. You've made your bed, now sleep in it. No pun intended.
Not just that. We already had the "I'm going to sacrifice for the greater good" moment. Now we're having one again.
Wow,
Really?
they really got to fill in that 20-minute plot somehow left.
So, will she go to sleep in the bed?
Of course she doesn't, because she now also is horny as fuck. So
You know, I just realized that those pods look like the pods in Star Trek II.
Hey, Joe.
Actually,
Go-
Joe, they remind me more of
So yeah, and so Jennifer
Whatever.
went into the pod where Chris Pratt will now spend the rest of his days alone with only a
Sure she
cyborg
did.
version of Michael Sheen for company.
Dude,
so
that's
basically,
all
what
the
you're
company-
telling me is that this entire movie was
Nope.
nothing. Oh,
Nope.
no, even more. So basically, this whole movie was just pointless bickering. The movie. That's basically what this is.
The
Like
sequel.
seriously, the movie. Yeah, the movie just called up a house of cards and then just brought it down again.
Yeah.
Nothing got resolved because there was never anything to resolve.
Oh, but Pedro, the ship was going to... Actually, yeah, was the ship even heading on a collision course? All we just saw was the insides getting messed up.
Well, actually, Joe, remember the beginning that that meteor hit the thing.
Oh, I get that.
After last season got more accomplished than you. At least at the end of after last season, a criminal got arrested.
Wow. Hey, Pedro, Marco!
Hello.
Movie, you lost me
Marco.
on the movie. You lost me on their romance with the whole Chris Pratt doing that shitty thing earlier.
Sorry, Joe, but since there actually is someone here, so the joke doesn't work.
Ladies and gentlemen, guys, Stockholm Syndrome, the movie.
Basically, Teo, there's a running joke in the Uncharted series where Nate keeps coming up with
Guys,
swimming tools.
Guys, isn't this beautiful? We end on... I don't
Yeah, but I know what
movie
you're
is-
talking about.
This movie is romanticizing Stockholm Syndrome.
Well...
So Space Twilight.
Oh,
Great.
oh, fuck you. we're actually here now.
Homestead.
Wow,
was
Jova! Wow, Jova
88
almost
years
swear
later.
there.
88
Jova,
years later.
later.
88.
So, and now they're really, let me guess. Now they have really, really bad old man makeup.
They're dead.
Oh,
okay.
they're dead. I've left my entire space dialogue for you to.
Hi, Andy Garcia.
What?
Andy,
Hi, Andy
Why?
Garcia. So you get Andy Garcia
And they
in, and you only use
transformed
him for like...
into a fucking zoo.
So they made vegetation all over the hard, solid.
Metal, yeah.
You
Don't
know.
you see,
you
Pedro?
grow vegetation in a fucking spaceship. It doesn't work.
You know. Okay.
But don't you see, Pedro? Nature finds always a way.
You know. I'm just gonna
Jeff
say.
Goldblum.
And that's it.
Wait, hold on. We got a song.
You use the process.
Fuck you, John. Spice shit.
Jeff Goldblum was the true villain all along.
I guess.
Well, oh my god, and now these visuals remind me of One Man's Lie. I mean, No Man's Sky.
So, Dweebs, do we have a post-credit scene or
No.
something? Alright, I'll close the video now then.
Well, I mean, I guess the credits look charming.
I
They
don't know.
do. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to disagree with you there.
I'm just gonna say though, Lost in Space the movie actually had a reason for why vegetation was spreading throughout the pod.
Yeah, this was painful to watch.
Wow.
Not just that. And if you guys noticed, this movie almost made Jova swore.
Yeah, that
He almost said fuck, but he stopped himself just in time.
Yeah.
not even Final Fantasy 13 managed to accomplish that.
There are very few things that make me say that. One of them being Mighty Number 9 on Ray mode, but well, that shows how bad
But
this
yeah,
is.
final thoughts, I suppose.
Holy shit.
Can I go first since I saw the movie in the
Go
cinema?
ahead.
God.
Well done. Well done, guys. I couldn't believe it. We found a movie where Chris Pratt is an actual Pratt.
Well, you know what? I'm not
Congratulations,
surprised because this was made by Roadshow. Screw you. You can't comment it on Yokai Watch pictures.
But yeah. Okay. To be fair, the actors do their best considering what they're given.
Yeah.
But what they're given is utter shit.
Wow, yeah.
Seriously. Okay, this movie can't decide what it wants to be. Do you want to be a disaster movie? Do you want to be a romance? Do you want to be
Titanic.
Pick one.
Titanic? Pick one. You can't just do all of them.
Oh my god.
But like
Oh
I
my
said,
god, guys, look. Andy Garcia has top billing as Captain
He was
Morris.
only in the movie for like 10 seconds.
wait. I thought Chris and Jennifer had, didn't they?
No,
whatever.
Andy Garcia
What?
gets main.
But don't you see the Dwebs? It's like I said, Dwebs. They couldn't decide which movie to make, so they just made all of them.
Yeah. When I said he had top billing, what I meant is like, well, he's listed up there with the prominent actors.
But yeah, okay. Aside from the acting, that's good. I mean, aside from that, the best bits about this movie really aren't anything all that special. I mean, the sets are generic, the music's just that's also generic, and the direction. I don't know. This feels like one of those films that could have been directed by anybody.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I mean, this movie is so lacking in an identity.
Yeah, and as for everything else, the biggest problem with this movie is the script. It's awful, and they put this against Rogue One.
And you know what says, like, unlike most scripts, this is a script that fails on both the dialogue and the actual story. Like, okay, most bad scripts either have good dialogue or a good story, and the other half is bad. But this one went the full whole hog.
David Cage, like did David Cage write ghostwrite this? Seriously.
Well, wouldn't that be
I
something?
mean,
Actually, no,
there was a
Pedro.
shower scene that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
No, Pedro. If David Cage wrote this, it would actually be somewhat okay. Well, to me at least, it would be somewhat entertaining.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's just sad. How any studio, I don't care if it was Sony, Warner Brothers, or whoever, any studio could look at this script and think, yeah, we'll throw $110 million at it.
And it's not
What
just
could go
Chris
wrong?
Pratt. I mean, seriously. I mean, Chris Pratt isn't the only A-list actor. I mean, you've got Jennifer Lawrence, Michael Sheen, Andy Garcia, and of course, Lawrence Fishburne. How do you not make something amazing out of that?
Reminder, Event Horizon managed to take more advantage of Lawrence Fishburne in this movie.
That's sad, but Paul W.S. Anderson has a better idea of what to do with good actors.
So let's see, we've complimented Neil Blomkamp, the makers of Event Horizon, Lost in Space, and wow.
And Final
Overdose.
Fantasy 13, I think.
Final Fantasy 8, but oh yeah. Final Fantasy 13.
Well, in terms of
too.
wasting, Final Fantasy 14 is pretty much the go-to AAA game in terms of wasting brilliant voice actors. Not just the main cast, even the additional voice cast is full of. Just to give you an idea, Dibs, Alison Packard, believe it or not, is in Final Fantasy 13 as an additional voice actress.
But yeah, finish off my final thoughts. This movie sucks. Who's next?
Dio?
I guess. Go ahead.
What a boring, irritating movie, seriously. What a letdown. I mean, from the trailer and, as I mentioned, from the concept, it could have at least some potential, even though it was clearly not an original product, despite the company that produced it. But the execution is just atrocious. Clearly something that the director and the writer did not had any idea how to go through. And congratulations, again, you wasted Chris Pratt. Good job. You managed to taint his record just like people did with Will Smith back in the early 2000s. But yeah, it's like you guys mentioned, this movie has like ADHD disorder, doesn't know what genre to pick up and stay with it. I mean, and as I mentioned, it could, instead of being cliche like every single Hollywood movie I've ever seen so far, it could have just avoided the whole Chris waking up before the female character and then waking her up, and instead doing what the trailer promised and then took over, the ship problems. I mean, instead we had to have this pointless conflict when it generates just some cliches, and it just wasted more characters, including, like as mentioned, Lawrence Fishburne and then Andy Garcia for like 5 seconds. Congratulations, he just appeared in one scene and then immediately retired his paycheck. Good job. It's even worse than Dan Aykroyd in Casper.
I know, right? At least that cameo was actually funny and had a joke I could get.
But yeah, waste of time, and definitely not something I will watch again in the future.
Except for Squirm Generations, and we include Shiroi.
Joy.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all for me.
Pedro?
Okay. Like I said before, I am absolutely convinced that whoever wrote this movie is clinically retarded. I mean, seriously, how do you make something this stupid so blatantly, like, it gets super as the thing goes on? Like, it reminds me, again, it reminds me of okay, this is now the third thing that makes me say that. First being Time and Eternity, second being Fairy Fence RF, and now this.
What really hurts is the fact that this thing takes itself so seriously. Like, seriously, even Stanley Kubrick's anti-war film, despite being based off of actual real-life events, had a bit of humor really poking fun at how insane things were. Yet this thing, it takes everything seriously, to a dead T.
Whatever. The point is, this movie's terrible. The actors try their best to somehow make something out of this.
Guys, look at this. Sustainable efforts made a difference, according to the Sony Pictures Green World logo on the credits.
Nice. Yeah, Michael Sheen is probably the only one who managed to make something out of this, because every time he's on screen, he's at least enjoyable. But aside from that, everything is stupid, terrible, or just plain generic.
So there you go.
Terrible.
So there you go, guys. The credits literally said for you to be moved by this picture.
Not just that. Like I said, even 5-year-olds know how fucking plants work. You can't turn a fucking spaceship into a zoo with trees. That doesn't work.
Well, Jova, it moved me out of the theatre.
That shouldn't have made me laugh, but I'm so vulnerable right now because of this movie.
If you plant a tree, if you plant a seed, a tree will grow. Therefore, if you plant a piece of metal, a tree metal will grow. I don't.
Oh, guys, would it surprise before Jovi gives his final thoughts? Would it surprise you to know that this film was a bit of a financial, not flop per se, but disappointment?
I
Gee,
wonder
I
why.
wonder why.
Okay, budget of 110 million, it made 294.3 million. And you'd think with the premise and the casting and the cast they've got here, it would make a lot more than that, but it didn't. My guess is
Word of mouth must have done a number on this film because
word of mouth got out that it was romanticizing Stockholm syndrome, and people avoided it like the plague.
Okay.
I actually saw it. Oh, by the way, guys, I saw it on opening day.
Okay. I'm just gonna say this. Just because something romanticizes Stockholm Syndrome doesn't make it automatically bad. Movies can do that and make it work. Again, really, when you think about it, any plot can be a success or a failure. What ultimately will always depend is the execution.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously, for all intents and purposes, a lot of Stanley Kubrick's masterpieces could have been outright horrendous.
Well, that's what most of stuff like Unbreakable. Unbreakable could have been a ridiculous movie, but it was saved because Shyamalan showed restraint with the subject matter.
Yeah, so I'll be quite honest with you, I'd say word of mouth was more just about the movie being horrendous and wasting the cast as opposed to just romanticizing Stockholm Syndrome. I mean, heck, even Beauty and the Beast technically does that. No pun intended. Okay.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. The movie's retarded, it's stupid, and it's just, I mean, I'm okay. Can someone please tell me? I'm pretty sure someone admit Morton and John into a fucking asylum because clearly something was wrong with them.
So, Paige, would you say this is your new go-to film for stockhold of stupidity?
I'll have to think about it. This movie's stupid. Moving on. Next.
Do I even need to say that much? But I mean, I was just saying, Pedro, the fact that this is one of those movies that's bad enough that you're complimenting. Well, actually, not just one. You complimented Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy XIII, Elysium, Neil Blomkamp, and even After Last Season, all in the same commentary. Oh, and Lost in Space for me, too. Wow, we don't get many commentaries like that now, do we?
Not really, no.
This movie was horrendous, to say the least. To say the very least. Wow. I mean, seriously, this is the kind of movie that starts off stupid, yet keeps teasing you with these potential plots. Like, seriously. Like, maybe Chris Pratt's gonna deal with being alone. Oh, wait, no, now he's bringing someone else in. Well, then you wasted the great potential of having Jennifer Lawrence go out shining and try to kill him. Like, seriously, that could have been comedic, funny, and actually give some tension. But no, it's just about of her beating him up, and then all of a sudden Lawrence Fishburne's in the film to tell us that the movie's going all Titanic. And poorly.
Sure, why not?
And then it turns into a stupid survival flick, and then of course the two fall in love, and we don't even get to see them age and die, because screw having to see them actually, build up their relationship after that point. And seriously, the throwaway line from Michael Sheen, you could have done better. I'm not saying that to Michael Sheen, I'm talking about that to the scriptwriters.
Writer.
Yeah. Because seriously, I will say this. Every actor in this film did the best they could. That is one thing I'm going to compliment. The acting. I mean, okay, yeah. The way the acting went, obviously, okay, look. If these people weren't famous actors, you'd think that they were terrible, honestly. But no, we've seen these characters act, and well, yeah, they did the best they could. I'm going to agree with Pedro on this. Especially Michael Sheen, considering what he was given to work with. But, oh, God. Like, everything about this movie is so uncharismatic. That's the real main issue. I mean,
It's stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's uncharismatic. It really doesn't give you much to root for. And anything you want to root for is either ruined or killed off. And again, I'm sorry, but for a supposed original film concept, this was a derivative of so many things. Like, I just thought it was going to be nitpicks on my end, but no, it really became something of a legitimate problem because, okay, again, you can be derivative of something, but make sure you have a good film. But no, they couldn't do that, even when they were taking from some of the greatest space odysseys in film. And the music, what a waste. I mean, the music has some good tracks here and there, but the sad thing is that most of those are the pretentious ones. Like the cliche with the piano, the chorus, the soft chord, and all that. Yada, yada, yada. Wow. And the only reason I wasn't able to predict all of the plot twists was because it was too stupid to think they'd go that way.
That's the sad thing, Jova.
True. Yeah. Like, seriously, this is a film that actually...
Bags
I can't believe
for a
I'm
plot
saying
twist.
this. Yeah. Like, seriously, call M. Night Shyamalan if you have to. This movie needed a twist to justify at least half the stuff that went down in this.
Yeah, that's a big problem. I mean, the climax is very disappointing because I kept expecting some kind of big reveal as to why Chris and later Lawrence will come, but no, it's just random malfunction in the ship.
Because of a meteorite, so I guess, is this a movie saying that nature can be dangerous or something, even
But
though they...
don't you see, Jova? If they plant it carefully, nature can grow even in fucking metal.
Wow.
I don't, like I said, too, see, this is the big difference. If you plant a seed, the tree will grow. Therefore, if you plant a piece of metal, a metal tree will grow.
It's like
Don't you know that's how things work?
It's like I said.
The best thing is that is in a sci-fi media that I actually know what I'm for Cave's affection that actually operate on that logic.
Really? They actually made a universe where you plant a metal and the metal tree grows?
Only in a world infested by demonic presence. Yes.
Well, guys.
Should we wrap this up?
Yeah, man.
I'll just say, guys, remember when we went into this movie thinking that Chris Pratt being a terrible character was going to be the worst thing? I miss those days. I mean, wow. If anything, he's like the tamest of the worst things. Which is really saying something, considering how, man, he's a creep.
Alright, then.
But yeah, tune in for our eventual Squirm Generations one, because, yeah, we've so got to have a version of this Rashiroi in it, so then we can also parody shipping her and Dwibs off on it.
How cute.
I can, of course. Right. We'll see you next time in an Infinity and Beyond. Ooh, I glitched a little bit.
See ya, everybody.
See ya.